So here's a good bit of practice that you can have with, like learning stuff, I guess. So here's something to do. So look at these little assignment thingies and try it out and pause it. And even though you may have just watched a video that told you exactly how to do most of this, that's okay. Because remember, the whole point is to like teach yourself how to do things, because you want to grow up and be like amazing and like this incredible programmer who makes like $12 an hour or something. I don't know, $150 an hour. I don't know. Maybe you just like programming because that's what the cool kids are doing. Anyway, go learn how to do this. So go figure it out. Pause the video, go figure this out. Come back, see if you got it. So here's the answer. Doop-de-doo. Set A to a 5x5 magic matrix. 5. Done. I'm amazing. CLC clear. Doop-de-doo. Okay. Find the sum of each column. Because I have mad programming skills, I can say that. Column sum. You don't have to call it whatever you want. Column sum. I remember that Matlab automatically sums by column, so done. The sum of each row. In order to get Matlab to sum by rows, I have to transpose the thingy that I'm entering into it, because then all the columns become rows and all the rows become columns. But then to make it look normal again, I'm going to transpose it so they look like row sums. The diagonal going from upper left to lower right, that's like the standard like shoot this way diagonal, the doop-de-doo diagonal. So I can say diag sum is the sum of the diagonals of A. That was kind of fun. If you want to see that in 2 steps, so I can either do it like this, or I could say something or other is equal to the diagonal of A, and then the other diag sum is equal to the sum of that. So just to remember that the diagonal of A is going to pull those diagonals off, and then you have the other sum right there. Okay, so that's easy, but then you have to deal with, well, what is the sum of the diagonal going from upper right to lower left? So that's this direction. You can see my mouse flying over the screen, this way to, or this way up here to this way down here. So if I look at A, I want to go from the 15 down the 11, because what I did was the 17 and the 5 and the 13 and the 21 and the 9. Now I want to go this direction. So that actually takes some thinking, and as you get some time to think about it, because you totally pause the video and try this on your own, maybe at some point you said, well, wait a second, if I flip these from left to right, then I get, I'm going to show A right before this so I can compare. So I have A, and then I have flipped A. So now the diagonal of flipped A is the left-right diagonal. So the diagonal of the flipped A is the opposite diagonal that I was looking for. So the flipped A diagonal is the diagonal of the flipped A. And then I can get the flipped diagonal sum is the sum of the flipped A diagonal. And I know that's kind of weird the way it looks, but trust me, that's the answer, and I know it's right because I got 65, and that's what I should have got. If you want to put this all in one line, you can say the whatever to me is the sum of the diagonal of the flipped left-right of A. And you can do that all in one step. Sometimes looking at it all in one step, it actually makes more sense. By the time you do all of this, it can almost kind of obfuscate what you're doing. For some reason, to me, it's easier to read the embedded functions than it is to watch what's going on from here to here. So that's kind of fun.